For more on the president's announcement today, I want to bring in David Ricks. He's the chair and CEO of Eli Lilly. David, thanks so much for joining us tonight. I really do appreciate it. You just got into business with the Trump administration with what's likely one of your most popular drugs. Why?
Yeah, Tom, thanks for having me on. Today's a big announcement for Americans who suffer from obesity or overweight. We know that these medicines we've invented, like our Zepbound, have had many breakthroughs preventing chronic disease, but they've been out of reach for too many people because of cost. We really need coverage. And today's announcement is about coverage for seniors. So we agreed with the Trump administration to enable coverage starting next spring for our medication and others for $50 a month. That's a huge reduction from what the out-of-pocket costs are today. We're proud to do that. We think it's going to help so many people, and at the same time, really address the chronic disease crisis in Medicare, which is costing too much, and people are, having too many complications with.
It's not $50 for everyone. So in the plainest terms, if you can, for our viewers, please explain sort of how it's going to cost with Zepbound under this new deal.
Well, today, Medicare beneficiaries have no access to Zepbound. So they're buying out of pocket, if they're using it, probably from our Lilly Direct platform, and they're paying $500 a month for most doses. Under this program, that cost will go to $50 a month, and it will be $50 for every Medicare beneficiary.
Is there a discount for people that don't have Medicare or Medicaid?
So we're going to take this deal and shop it around. Part of this deal is that we'll go to every state. So for everyone who has Medicaid, and there's 90 million people with Medicaid, and the rates of obesity in Medicaid are higher than the general population, we're going to ask states if they want to sign up for this very same price point and offering. And we hope many do. Today, only about 10 or 12 states cover obesity medications. So that's a great opportunity for people who use Medicaid. And in the private market and in ACA plans and other commercial offerings, we're also going to take new offers out with both our popular drug Zepbound, but also the new drug that will be approved under this agreement very shortly, which is our oral GLP-1 called orforglipron. Yeah. And this will be another offer we can put in the market for those that prefer an oral option.
We're going to talk about that in a moment. You have said that this agreement is part of what you call a, quote, established commitment to affordability. And yet it took a deal with the United States government for you to lower these prices. If you really wanted to make these drugs more affordable, you set your own prices. Why don't you just lower them without the Trump administration getting involved?
Well, three things here, Tom. First of all, every other medical product we consume is typically subsidized through our medical benefits. But for some archaic and historic reasons, obesity has been discriminated against. It's been eliminated from these benefits, and that's a past. But that's probably because we didn't have effective medications that were safe. Now we do. We think they should be included in the medical benefit. As part of that, we then negotiate down the price so that patients pay a lot less, not the price that is out there in the system, but their copay. And that's what the $50 represents. And then we offer a better deal to the insurance company. And that's what's been achieved here, only in this case, it's the federal government for all Medicare beneficiaries. Two other things have happened, though. Last year at this time, you might have interviewed me, and we'd talk about a shortage. These medications were so popular, we were selling out. There's no way to either lower the price or expand access if you haven't solved the manufacturing problems. And we have solved those. We've invested now $27 billion new dollars in U.S. plants and factories. We've hired tens of thousands of workers. We're making the medicines at scale, and we're very confident now we can supply. And the third is the oral availability, which we just discussed, which also has tremendous supply capability, but also can reach so many more people.
I want to play you something.
For those reasons, this came together today.
I want to play you something that President Trump has said repeatedly about drug prices. This is from a cabinet meeting this summer. Let's take a listen.
The cost of medicine all over the world is much cheaper than the United States because for years the world pushed us around, including our friends. And you go to Germany, you go to England, you go to different places, and you go to a store, and it's sometimes 10% of what we pay in the United States because they said, nope, we're not paying any more.
David, how would you respond to that? And why have Americans been paying far more for so long?
Well, the response to that is actually today's announcement, because Lilly and a few other companies have agreed to equalize those prices, both for these popular weight loss medications like Zepbound, but also for all new medicines going forward. We actually agree that there's no reason why Americans should pay more, and that Europeans and other wealthy nations should pay their fair share. So we're agreeing with that. We're normalizing that today. We need the help of the government to give broad access to our medications here in the U.S., but also to work with us to really drive better trade terms with our trading partners in Europe, so they can allow us to introduce the products at lower prices competitive with the U.S. Today, they force us to lower our prices, and as an individual company, we really don't have a lot we can do about that. But together with the government and the U.S. Trade Representative, we have plans to go do that, to improve conditions in Europe.
We know the Biden administration was trying to get a deal on weight loss drugs under Medicare. Would you have done this deal with any other president?
I would have done this with any president, any governor, any CEO of a private insurance plan, and I will. I actually never got a call from the Biden administration about this. We were trying to work with Congress to pass an act that would actually force the administration and all administrations to cover these medications. That has not passed. So here, in lieu of that, we're making a deal with President Trump. And we would have done that, though, with any party or any president. Our mission is to get medicines that really improve health to millions of people, and this is enabling that. That's why we signed up.
Yeah. You've been talking about your oral medication that is coming down the pipeline. People may notice that your oral weight loss pill is still awaiting FDA approval. Now you've just made a deal with the Trump administration. Should people read into that?
Well, as part of the deal, they've agreed to give us an expedited approval. The clinical trials are all done.
Is that ethical? David, is that ethical? Because that may concern people, an expedited approval.
Well, there have been expedited approval mechanisms for decades. So I don't think it's anything particularly new. What's new is they're linking it to this access deal. But to enable the access, we really do need the oral medication to be reviewed more quickly. It's simply putting, like the other priority review vouchers out there, putting our file at the top of the stack. And so that will be sent to the FDA now in the next few weeks, and we expect them to put their resources on it and review it quickly. I don't expect them to cut any corners, and we certainly wouldn't submit the medicine if we didn't see it as safe and effective. The trials are all complete, and they're published.
So the oral medication essentially gets fast-tracked, if you will. Under this deal, Eli Lilly is getting 3 years of tariff relief as well. Are those the reasons you ultimately decided to do this?
The primary reason was access. We're trading lower prices for more volume in a business sense, but more importantly, we're getting our medicines to the people who need them. I mean, that's why we invented them. This is a good day for patients. I can tell you I'm getting texts all day from scientists at our company who invented the medication. This is why they went to work in our industry. From manufacturing workers who are working, by the way, 24/7 to make enough of this. They're happy that access can be expanded to their friends and neighbors. So kind of everybody wins here, Tom.
What would you say that Eli Lilly is giving up or sacrificing in this deal? Because like you said, in every good deal, someone gives up something. What do you think Lilly's giving up?
Well, next year, our prices will fall faster than they would have otherwise to these new low levels, these international levels, this special deal for Medicare. And if states take us up on it, they'll also get that pricing. In return, we hope volume builds. Now, we have to go, convince doctors that this is a good choice and patients need to agree and adopt it. That's the risk we're taking. But that's the business we're in, Tom. That's why we go to work every day to make medicines and then get them to the people. So this helps that opportunity.
Finally, David, how many lives do you think you're going to change with this new deal?
Well, I think in Medicare alone, it's about 30 to 40 million people. Today, there's a little less than 10 million people benefiting from GLP-1s for weight loss, and that will quadruple or so instantly. If we can sign up more states, more commercial plans, we could see the vast majority of Americans with access at low out-of-pocket costs, $50 in Medicare here, and even lower potentially in Medicaid. So that's the opportunity in front of us.
David Ricks, the chair and CEO of Eli Lilly, we thank you so much for your time tonight. We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.